What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the PS5 Career Mode. This is episode number 34. And we start today's episode off with a brief email here showing you that Cameron Wilkinson bruised his leg in the thrilling 3-3 draw against Norwich in the FA Cup quarter-final to send us into the semis. Best game of the series in my opinion, and a dramatic penalty shootout capped it off as well. And also, real briefly to start today's episode off, the FA have finally lost patience with Gareth Southgate, saying you can't live off past glory from your 2018 World Cup run. They've offered me the England job, but right now my mind is on other things. I said, cheers for the offer, FA, but I'm focused on getting QPR into Europe right now. As you can see, 9th place in the table with 9 games to go. It is so tight in the race for Europa League football right now. Who is your money on to make that 7th and final European spot? Wolves are the front runners, but there's a few other teams you can't rule out, including us. So for our first game of 4 in today's episode, taking on the Foxes away at King Power Stadium. This, of course, might well be a dress rehearsal for the FA Cup final, as we're the last 2 Premier League teams remaining. We'll be taking on Watford and, in our case, Bristol City respectively. So taking on the Foxes, Brendan Rodgers' side right now sat in the bottom half of the table. Once again, just like last year, have had a troubling Premier League campaign. So heading into the match, winning our last 3 in good form for the first time in God knows how long. I felt very confident indeed, and this man right now just can't stop scoring. 2 goals in 13 minutes for Eddie Nketiah. Eddie, what took you so long, bro? At the start of the season he was on fire, 7 goals in 7, then in mid-season just had a total crisis of confidence, couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo. Now he's back amongst it, going for the golden boot. He put us 2 goals up early. However, the Foxes would respond straight away, getting themselves back in the game, half in deficit. With 12 minutes to go before half-time, Castagne finds Joseph Martinez, and like Bruno Fernandes, this guy always seems to score against me. 2-2, and the Foxes battle back from 2 goals down to tie things up before the break in what was a crazy first half. The game against Norwich was fantastic, as was this one. A chance for the Foxes to go in front 5 minutes later as well, but Freddie Wood makes a great save at the feet of Martinez to prevent his brace and keep us still tied at 2-2. In the second half, 9 minutes after the restart, a chance for us to restore the lead. Once again, it's that dynamic duo of Ilias and Eddie linking up together, but what a great save this was, turned over the bar and behind for a corner, and that was how the game would finish. Yet another thrilling contest. It ends in a draw, 2-2 the final score, and again at the moment it's been goals galore for QPR. I mean, seriously, we've been known as a team that don't score that many goals, but lately they've been flying, in for us and flying past us as well. So 2-2 the final score, disappointing slip up there, but I guess not a bad result. And again, what might well end up being a dress rehearsal for the FA Cup final. Long way to go though, of course. Still following out, we did see that 2 youth players were unsettled. Those were Mason Ford and Austin Birch. Birch, of course, being that really highly rated goalkeeper, already 69 overall in our academy. So they both get pro deals, as does Blake Collins as well, 18-year-old American goalkeeper, 56 overall. It does have more potential than Austin despite being lower rated, and I also gave another pro deal to this guy Reece Green as well. Blake didn't ask for a pro deal, but as we know, sometimes youth players can just up and leave, and as he's the only American player we've had in our academy that seems really good, I don't want to see him just walk out the door and leave it up to chance. Still, as you can see, as we end March, right now we sit in 9th place. We are 4 points off Wolves in 7th with 8 games to go. West Ham are also 2 points clear of us right now, though we do have the game in hand. Everton also have 42 points, so they're not out of the race yet. I think for Aston Villa though, their chance is now gone. They're 9 points behind in 11th, and of course they have played a game extra as well. So I'd say now it's Wolves who are the front runners, then us and West Ham, and also Everton still throwing their hat in the ring as well. So at the moment it's still anyone's guess really. Again, Wolves have been occupying 7th for practically the entire season. They ain't just letting go of it just like that because they want European football at Molineux. And again, we're right behind them, but no one seems to be able to pip them to 7th at the moment and take over. So yeah, it's still anyone's guess, but Wolves still do have destiny in their own hands and are the front runners, of course. And you saw our fixtures coming in April as well. We've got some massive games, man. Arsenal and Wolves are there as well in midweek. Of course, the FA Cup semi-final against Bristol City as well. We've got Leeds as well, very tough game that one. So yeah, there's some big games coming in April. We're going to rotate our side a lot in this month, I'm sure. And again, with so much to be decided in this month for the final 3 games of the Premier League. 7th place could be Wolves, could be Everton's, could be ours, could be West Ham's. You just don't know right now. So the race for European football is far from over. Still, I also showed you the brief top scorer, assist and clean sheets charts there. Charles Ball, despite being out for 2 months, is still leading the way in the race for the assist title. One clear of Christian Pulisic, I think it is right now. And Eddie Nketiah has got his way back into the race for the Golden Boot as well. To be honest, I don't think Eddie will mind one bit if he misses out the Golden Boot, so long as we're playing European football next season. That's the key, man. That's what we're going for. But his goals have given us a chance. Long may his form continue. Also, a new scouting update and an academy update as well. So I put two Nigerian players in our academy for the first time, so that was kind of cool. And also for the second game of today's episode, welcoming Leeds to the Kyron Prince Foundation Stadium for the first game of April, aiming to get back to winning ways on the back of the slip-up away against Leicester City at the King Power. Taking on Bielsa's side right now, looking to avoid the drop zone and stay clear of the relegation zone. First chance falling 22 minutes in. I thought this could be a pass back as well, but it wasn't given after Nketiah's shot was saved. And it was a really tough first half as well. Couldn't create that many chances. I was really struggling to get going, and 20 minutes after the restart, a chance to break the deadlock. Great ball through by Wilkinson, but Nketiah, the man in the moment, hits it straight at the goalkeeper as he turns behind for a corner, and it's still 0-0. In a game with few chances, that was the best as we were still deadlocked. And from the resulting corner, Ilias whips it in, and who's there to rise highest and head in the corner? I'm going to state his height once again. 5'11", Cameron Wilkinson, the Youth Academy graduate, 16 years old, scores his first goal in professional football, and what a big goal it is as well to break the deadlock. Don't tell me, girls of Tinder, that this guy's not tall enough. 5'11", who cares, man, if he's 1 inch shorter than your criteria, because we love him here at the Kyron Prince Foundation Stadium, even if he's not technically 6 foot. We don't mind if he's an inch shorter. Wilkinson heads home, 1-0 QPR. He beat 3 Leeds players in the air. I say this to the girls of Tinder, give my bros that are under 6 foot a chance, man. Come on now. I'm 6 foot, or well, be measured at 6'1", so I don't have that kind of problem, but it's not fair, man. I see so many great guys that are 5'10" or 5'11" missing out because of that criteria. Come on now, seriously. If Cameron's good enough for you, and he's good enough for us, then anyone else at that height is as well. Regardless, it's 2-0 QPR. Eddie Nketiah bagged yet another goal to double our lead, and whilst Leeds will grab a consolation in the final minute of normal time, we would hold on to the 3 points. Final score, QPR 2, Leeds United 1. Back to winning ways, our 4th win in 5 in all competitions. QPR finally in fine form, and as that result puts us into 8th place in the table, the gap on us and Wolves remains at 4 with 7 games to go. But you'd probably say now, whilst West Ham and Everton, they've still got that chance, no doubt about it, they've still got that chance. I think we've probably become now the front runners to take out Wolves for 7th place. However, if we're going to do that, we need to keep on winning, and someone's got to beat Wolves, someone's got to take some points off Nuno's side if we are going to leapfrog them, and finally be the team that takes 7th place away from them. They've held on for practically the entire campaign. And so for our 3rd of 4 games in today's episode, now travelling to the South Coast to take on Southampton. Off to a fantastic start in real life. Obviously, Ralph Hasenhüttl is doing a great job there at St Mary's. Taking on the Saints away from home on the South Coast. We would see the returns of Charles Bull and the captain Andy Rinomhota, and what a start to the game as well. Ilias Sher, 19 minutes in, makes it 1-0. He's been in great form recently, and Bull, going for that assist title, gets yet another one there, just 90 minutes into his return after the 2-month layoff. So 1-0 QPR, it's Ilias with the goal, but directly after that, this was so frustrating, man, seriously. You know those goals that the AI score, like directly from kickoff, but they just, it's not like a quick counter attack. Well, it would be a counter attack from kickoff, but you know, like a quick attack, you just sprint down the wing, cross it in. But it's one of those goals where they just don't surrender possession. 5 in-game minutes had passed, and I hadn't touched the ball. That goal was scored directly from kickoff, and it was just ludicrous. So the Saints back on their returns there, their pass accuracy and possession so high, as you'd expect really on the South Coast. But a chance to restore our lead though, 5 minutes to go before the break, and Eddie Nketiah should have done it as well. Great cross by the ball to the back stick, but Eddie couldn't add to his goal tally, heads that one wide of the post. So still currently tied at 1-1, and well, in one of those games where it just seems like the game just doesn't want you to win, this really ticked me off 7 minutes after the restart. Great through ball to Eddie, about to bear down on goal and go through 1-on-1, yet somehow out of nowhere, Santa Maria turns into prime Usain Bolt and outpaces our rapid striker, nicks the ball off him, and the Saints play out from the back. This dude has got 60 for acceleration and sprint speed. Eddie Nketiah has got 90 for acceleration and sprint speed. I think 90 and something else for acceleration and sprint speed. Yet for some reason, he couldn't get away, and the Saints do hold on to a point. So a massive slip up there. But the frustrating thing about it was that we actually cut the gap on Wolves after the game. Because they lost away at Anfield against league leaders Liverpool, we could have cut the gap to 1 point with 6 games to go. Instead, the slip up means we're 3 points behind, and we've got the worst goal difference record as well. So a massive missed opportunity there on the South Coast. And for our 4th and final game of today's episode, welcoming Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, aiming for a Champions League spot right now, breathing down 4th place and trying to get there before the end of the season. Well, taking on the Gunners, you would have seen by my tactics heading into the game, I thought this might prove to be a tactical masterclass. We've got Wolves in midweek. Let's make a few changes for that massive game here in West London and play a 5-4-1 and try and grind out a point and possibly nick all 3 on the counter. Well, we were 2 goals down inside the first half. Thomas bagged both. It was just absolutely shocking. The second goal, so frustrating as well. Somehow Jed Spence just kicked the ball back to the Gunners, and then I lunged in as well. With a silly slide tackle there, as Arsenal would go 2 goals up through the former Atletico man. Whilst Luke Amos would get us back in the game with 5 minutes to go. What's that old saying? When it rains, it pours. Into stoppage time in the first half, trying to battle back from 2 goals down like the Foxes did to us a few weeks ago. Whipped in a corner to the centre. Eddie Nketiah, man of the moment lately, goes up for the header, stays down, and unfortunately is forced off at half time. This was just one of those days of FIFA where nothing seems to go right. The Gunners would restore their 2-goal cushion after the restart. Dominic Calvert-Lewin making it 3-1 as the former Toffee extends their lead 3-1, and with 5 minutes to go, the game was already over here. Willock smacks one in from just inside their area with 5 minutes on the clock as he bests Chris in the battle for the Willock brothers in this game. Final score, QPR 1, Arsenal 4. I thought it could prove to be a tactical masterstroke. In the end, it was a tactical muck-up. Completely got that one wrong. QPR 1, Arsenal 4. So 1 win in our last 4 games for Queen's Park Rangers. The wheels are falling off at a crucial time as we continue to play catch up to Wolves, and after that defeat the gap is now up to 4 points in the table, and we've dropped down to 10th place as well. 5 games to go. We've got the game in hand on West Ham right now, but none on Wolves. We've got a far worse goal difference record as well. We're not giving up just yet, but with just few games remaining, I think it's safe to say we're now massive underdogs. But that was this episode of the PS5 Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, and if you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode of the PS5 Career very soon, with 2 massive games of the Premier League against Spurs, and of course that crucial battle of Wolves, plus the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley as well, very soon.